In now, anchor and investigative reporter with our Chicago affiliate WGN, Ben Bradley. Ben, always great to see you. Do we have any insight into what Mayor Brandon Johnson will be saying tomorrow?
Nichole, we do. Chicago's Brandon Johnson and the other Democratic mayors know that they're there essentially to be punching bags to the Republicans who control this committee. They will defend sanctuary city policies, saying that they help immigrants feel comfortable interacting with police. And that can work when they're a victim of crime, and it also impacts if they are a witness or have information about a crime. They say they don't want every interaction that somebody who has a questionable immigration status has with law enforcement to end with them potentially being deported. Brandon Johnson has said he'll talk about Chicago's values, but he can also say, hey, I didn't enact this law. In fact, it was a state law that was enacted by a former Republican governor. We talked with Brandon Johnson's chief of staff yesterday here on WGN, and here's a bit about what she said we can expect from his testimony.
He is there to defend Chicago and Chicago's values and the legacy of standing in those values. He is about following municipal law as well as state law.
He also, Nichole, has the ultimate defense, and that is to say, Congress, you're the ones who set federal immigration policy. We don't control the borders. And for more than a decade, Congress hasn't done much when it comes to immigration laws. And a skeptic would say that's because the immigration issue is a good one that activates voters.
All right, so Ben, is there any concern that anything he says tomorrow, any of that testimony, could potentially cause some legal backlash?
Absolutely. Let's not forget the Trump administration is suing Chicago's mayor and other big city mayors for not helping them enforce immigration policies. That case is in its earliest stages, but you better believe that the lawyers for the Trump administration will be watching. They'll want to see whether or not any of these Democratic mayors say something about coordinating their efforts to effectively block ICE beyond what is already codified in local laws about coordinating with federal deportation efforts.
All right, last question for you, Ben. We reported earlier today Boston's Mayor Michelle Wu spending approximately $650,000 to prepare for this hearing tomorrow. What will a win for Chicago's mayor, for these other Democratic mayors testifying tomorrow? What is a win going to look like?
Well, if we can be honest, Nichole, I think for both sides, they hope out of this or any congressional hearing to get their magical social media moment. You know, Republicans want to show themselves as being tough against big city Democratic mayors. And Democrats want to, be focused as or be portrayed as, the anti-Trump defenders of immigrant communities. So each side is looking for those moments where they can articulate their values. But as we've seen in these hearings, it's so rarely about policy or understanding what the other side wants. It's really just about making yourself try to look better to people who already support you.
Yeah, many times those people are looking for a soundbite. So we will certainly see what happens tomorrow. Ben Bradley, thank you as always. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.